Hello everyone, it's Chris from In Time Out. I decided that since we're shooting videos about RVs, I would shoot some video of me doing some stuff with our RV. We haven't sanitized our freshwater tank since we bought the RV. We hadn't really used it, so there hasn't been much need. But I decided I was going to go ahead and do that today. We're going camping this weekend, so I'm going to sanitize the tank before we go. So the first thing I did was go online and researched how to do it. I figured there was chlorine involved, as there usually is involved in sanitizing stuff. So it seems like out of the research I did, there were a variety of answers to be found, but the consensus looks like it's about a quarter cup of chlorine per 15 gallons. My RV is a Cougar 31 SQB, and it has 43 gallons ability to hold water in its freshwater tank. So it's about 3/4 of a cup. I'm going to dilute it into a gallon of water because you don't want to pour straight chlorine into your freshwater tank. So now I've done my research, so I have gathered my supplies, and here's my supplies. I have a bucket that has measuring lines inside of it. I have my Camco winterizing device that pumps the antifreeze in. I use it to winterize with. I've cleaned it out pretty good, I believe. I'm going to use that to pump the chlorine into the freshwater tank. And then I have some chlorine here. It's the HE because we have those front loader washers. And I wasn't sure if this is the same thing as regular chlorine or if it's more concentrated, but it's got instructions here on how to sanitize, so I believe I'm going to be okay just using the quarter cup. So now I've got the stuff assembled. I'll show you what I've done to the RV so far. Okay, so the first thing I did, it says to put almost fill your water tank with water. So on my camper I have the docking station here. I set it to tank fill here. I have it on city now because I've already done the tank, but I filled it to almost full. My 3/4 light had just stopped flashing, so it's probably about 3/4 full. And now I've got to cut the water off so I can take this hose off and I can pump the chlorine solution in. There's a couple other things I did. I'll show you what I did inside. Okay, now inside the camper, underneath my stove and oven here is our hot water tank. And whenever you winterize it, there's a little switch back here that you switched, and it bypasses the hot water tank. So I don't want to put any chlorine in there. I think that would probably be bad. So I've switched the bypass on, so the water shouldn't go into the chlorinated water shouldn't go into the hot water tank. Also under my sink, I installed a Brita water filter into my water line. I just cut I don't know if you can see that very well on the video here, but there's the PEX line. I just cut it and put the adapter on there for the Brita water filter, which I have taken off. This is what it looks like. These two lines here go into this, and I just hooked it right back up to the sink with just a regular household water line piece there, and that way I don't put chlorine into my water filter, because I think that would also be bad. I'm not an exact scientist, so I'm hoping this will work. It's part of, I guess, you guys get to learn from our mistakes, if this is a mistake. So hopefully we'll clean out the water line. So now I've got all that done. Water heater bypassed, the filter bypassed, and the freshwater tank almost full. It's time to mix the chlorine and pump it into the tank. Okay, so I have my 3/4 cup of Clorox going in my bucket. And Jonah is manning the hose, so I'm going to tell him to turn it on. Alright, Jonah, turn it on.
Turn it on.
Whoa, get back, baby. It's got Clorox in there. Come here. This shouldn't take long to get a gallon. Alright, turn it off. I'm connecting the pump here to the water inlet, and then I'm going to turn it to tank filled so I can pump it into the tank. Back up. It's got chlorine in it. Back up. And this pump works backwards. When you're pulling up, it's sucking the water out, and it's going into the tank now because it's set on the tank. Okay, hopefully our time lapse worked and I sped that up for you. So now I'm going to disconnect my hose. Alright, Jonah, you can put the bucket over there by the Clorox bottle. Elijah, can you stay back? I don't want this stuff to get on you. But it's disconnected now. I'll put all this stuff over here and I'm going to rinse it all out in just a few minutes. We'll go inside and we're going to turn on the water pump and run water. We'll go back. Alright, now we're inside the camper and we're going to start the water pump. So our switch right here on our panel, as you can see, it's at 2/3, and I need to fill the water tank up. So I gotta go back outside and hook the hose up so I can finish filling up the tank. I forgot that step. See, learning from our mistakes. So I'll see you back outside. Okay, so we're back outside the camper again so I can fix the mistake I made. The water's hooked back up. I'm going to finish filling up the tank, and while I was out here I went ahead and hooked up my outside shower hose because we have to run water through that also to sanitize that. So now I'm going to go turn on the water and I'll meet you back inside. Alright, back inside the camper now. Water's running and we're still not full on the fresh water tank, so we're going to let that go for a minute, and as soon as it's full I'll turn the water off outside and we will run the water through the faucet. All the lights are lit up, so the tank is full. So now I'm going to start the water pump, and I can hear it running. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. So now we're going to run water both sides with the water pump. We're supposed to do that until we smell chlorine. So I don't smell chlorine yet. Alright, we got chlorine here. So now we'll go to the bathroom and open all the faucets in there. Okay, so we'll open the faucets here. From what I've read online, you want to start at your highest points and work your way down. I don't know why exactly, but I know it's winterization you do that, so I figured I'd do the same thing with there's some chlorine. So now I'm going to turn the shower on. We'll let the shower run on, and I'll run the shower here too. Sanitize all the lines here. Okay. Run some through the toilet lines here. What's that look like, Eli? Yeah. Alright. And now we're going to go back outside and run the outside shower and the outside sink. Now we're at the outside sink. This has the outside kitchen on it. Like I said, we're going to do a tour if we hadn't already. Before you see this video, we're going to do a tour of the camper and show you all of its features and the inside. But we're going to run the outside sink. Okay, so now we're going to do the outside shower. Whoop, almost got you there. Sorry, the camera's waterproof. If you bring the camera close, you can probably hear the water pump running. I don't know if you can, the camera's picking that up or not, but that's our water pump running. No chlorine smell on it. Last night we left the chlorine solution in the water tank and in the water lines where we ran it through. So now it's the next day. We let it sit overnight. We were going to do it this morning, but I forgot I had a class. So I went to class. Now we're going to do it this afternoon. They said it let it sit at least 3 hours. 12 hours is better, so it's been more than 12 hours by this point. So what we're going to do is drain the tank. Underneath where the water is, where you fill the water tank at, there's a low point drain down here, and it's basically just turn this lever and the water drains out. Depending on the size of your tank is how long it's going to take to drain out, obviously. We've got about 43 gallons to run out of here, so we'll come back when this is done. Now the tank is drained, so we're going to turn this knob back off there, and we're going to fill the fresh water tank back up, and we're going to start the whole process of draining the tank fill. Everything. You just turn this to tank fill, and you'll probably hear it filling the tank back up. We got to fill the tank all the way back up to full, and run the water through the faucets until we don't smell chlorine anymore. With the little bit we put in there, it should only take once, but we're going to try it and see what happens. I will try and do a time lapse, so this will go way faster. Now we've ran the water through all the sinks so it doesn't smell. Hopefully a time lapse is a lot better than doing it in person in real time. But we have all of it sanitized. The fresh water is fresh in the tank, and we're good to go camping this weekend. So hopefully we're going to do a video this weekend of our camping experience. We've started working on our video of the tour of our camper, so we'll have that up soon too. And after we have our fun at the campground, we'll post that for you guys to watch. So we'll see you later.